My Soulmate's a Slime by admay 1943. Rest and Plans. Maeva hugged her son tight, a proud look on her face. To witness him battle is both worrying and amazing, but as soon as it ended, she was back to her mother mode, giving Zarel much love. Rimuru was no better, as he too chattered endlessly about how proud he is as Zarel's father. Seeing him use the skill he gifted him made him reminisce the past when he first got reincarnated as a slime, and was getting used to his new acquired skills. Now he is a father passing it to his son too. Returning to the palace, Zarel excused himself to take a quick rest, knowing the next wave of war is just around the corner. Alex hasn't made his moves yet, but it's just a matter of time before he would. But no mistake, as they're prepared head-on. And maybe that is the reason why Zarel witnessed his father trying to charm his mother, but the Empress isn't having it. But the young prince can already see the outcome, so he locked himself in his room and away from his lovey-dovey parents. And Zarel wasn't wrong. Why? Rimuru was getting annoyed at Maeva's constant rejection of his advances. He just wants a little love, is that so bad? But she only wants to check on their children right away, even though he told her his body double is making a good job in taking care of them. What of him? He needed checking too. When Maeva tried to ignore him again, the slime had enough. Oh, ain't no way he'll let her go. Is he jealous of his own children? Quite so. But that is because Maeva puts all her attention to them the last few days. Not that he blames her, since the days have been hectic and full of battle plans and stuffs. Blocking her way and pushing her against the wall of their bedroom, he looked her in the eye, his own squinting. I need to charge, he tells her directly, and Maeva was dumbfounded for a moment. It's not the first time her husband acts like this and whine for her attention, but it's the first in the midst of war. Come on Maeva, charge me. Now he's pouting and acting all cute. Great, she can just ignore him, but oh well, it's true they didn't have time for each other the past weeks. Sure, there were light hugs and pecks, but that's all. And now, the dude wants to be pampered. Sighing, she relented. Alright, let's get comfy and cuddle on the bed. Rimuru, however, just smirked at her answer. And before she can comprehend what happens next, his lips sealed hers in a longing deep kiss. Maeva's eyes widens, but her husband just smiled in the kiss. Pulling her closer, a surge of aura pushed past them as Rimuru blocked all disturbances. The Emperor only pulled away when he sensed his wife getting out of breath from their shared kiss. However, he leaned once more and nipped on her earlobe, making her almost flinch. My Maeva, my soulmate, my wife, my love. Each word is rewarded with a gentle kiss all over her face. I love you so, wifey. Smiling to himself as he tucked his wife in bed, Rimuru just lay there taking his time to watch the love of his life as she sleeps. Some may call it weird, but for him it's romantic. After all, the afterglow of their intimacy is tiring, not for him but for her. That's one thing he admired about her. It's true that her increase in magicules, Athernano, and magical abilities are now top-notch, being his wife and all, but still she's human. Though getting married to him altered her lifespan, still she is human through and through. Wrapping her in his embrace, he activated his sleep mode, all while the flow of time changed a bit for them. A day later. Rimuru-sama, it's as you saw, Alex's army is moving as fast as our aerial squads, reported Sue during their meeting, citing what he had seen. Their number exceed our own, and as you predicted, he had enough to intercept our allies coming to help. He indeed has subordinates as strong as the demon lords. Rimuru closes his eyes and sighs. He may have seen this, but hearing it from Sue's mouth just hits different. I see. This is within expectation though. And I don't have to worry about our allies. They're one heck of powerful individuals after all. He looked at Natsu and Maya next. How about Alvarez? I haven't heard a report about them yet. Oh, Ni-san is occupied as well. As we all know, Alvarez has her own set of troublesome guardians, and brother has dispatched all of them to thin the ranks of Alex's army, Natsu explained. Yup. And I don't see Alvarez losing. Rimuru Maya hyped, a confident smile on her face. Dragunov set off as well. My mom has sensed dragons in the army, so she used enchantment to separate them from the main troops and isolate them from the upcoming war. Urza speaks up, letting them know of what her mother Irene just contacted her with. I am grateful, but how many dragons are we talking about here, Urza? Rimuru asks worriedly. It's not that he is doubting Urza's kingdom, It's just his natural habit to worry for his allies. 30,000? Huh? And your mom is going to handle it all? I've sensed those dragons and they're at least as strong as those dragon deities. The slime exclaims with nurturing concern, cutting Urza off. Urza smiles at the warm feelings of Rimuru for his mother. Guess she won't have to say the next part then. This won't do, Natsu, Wendy and Veldora. Go to Dragonoff right away. I'll contact the other dragon slayers too. Gaha. Now that is what I am talking about. Natsu stood up, pumping his fists, fire blazing on them. It's clear as day that he is excited.
Huahahaha. I am glad you acknowledged me, Rimuru. It takes one dragon to defeat another dragon after all. Veladora shares the same excitement, of course. Every good fight is welcome for this dragon after all.
Hi. I am ready too. Wendy agrees, her determination heart-soothing. Yes, I'm glad, but be careful, you three. And I mean it. Now it was Maeva speaking seriously. Oh come on sis, you know I'm not a weakling. Natsu smirks, his hands on his hips now. Nobody says you are weak, Natsu. But you have a tendency to go all ravenous, eating weird powers if it meant defeating your enemies. The Empress clarified and Natsu clicked his tongue.
Maybe. But not this time, I promise. After all, due to Rimuru's generous skill, slaying dragons became easier. Hi, Maeva-ne-chan, we'll be careful, so please don't worry about us. I too have gained new skills and I am confident in them, Wendy seconded, and Maeva was taken aback for a moment before she smiled. These two really? I see. That is good to hear. The Empress relented, believing in them.
Then we must go right away. Veldora stood up and grinned. We'll bring back victory, so be sure you gift it back to us, alright, Rimuru? Rimuru grinned, fist bombing with the storm dragon. For sure, Veldora, for sure. We'll take off then. Wendy waves with a confident smile before the three of them were soaring through the skies, traveling in a speed of light. Now then, let's discuss our line of defense. Rimuru resumes the meeting and everyone focuses their attention back to him. Something on your mind, darling? Noir questions worriedly, seeing his fiancée lost in her thoughts. She was looking at the vast forest of Jura, at the balcony of her room at the moment. The lady smiles, shaking her head. I'm fine, honey. It's just that I can't help but think about how greedy and selfish that Emperor of the Southwest Realm is. He doesn't care who he destroys as long as he gets what he wanted in the end. He both disgusts and enrages me to my core, she admits, her voice tinged with anger. Noir walked closer and stood beside her, eyes watching the forest now as well. Unfortunately, there is no universe without people like those. The higher their ambition is, the more dangerous they are. I'm just glad there are people like us who stops the likes of them as well. Maya nods. That's right. And I am truly happy Tempest is fighting for that said peace every time. I remember the time we first came here. It's to eliminate Rimuru Ni, but fate had other plans for the both of us. I mean, we got soulmated and now, my sister and Ni-san's raising a family of their own. The High Prince smiles fondly, remembering that time as well. Who would have known their destinies are intertwined? That is the only thing I am thanking Alex for. Hiring you to kill Rimuru just to send you in my arms. The lady was surprised at that. How did you know that it's Alex who hired us? I mean, it's just yesterday that we have known who that mysterious client who hired us is, and I didn't tell you. Rimuru found out himself. He have known it the moment Zareth told him about Alex.
So Rimuru Ni knew it all along then. The prince turns to his soulmate, his hand resting on her cheek.
Precisely, my darling. And like me, Rimuru is grateful that Alex hired Fairytale. Otherwise he wouldn't have met your sister. Maya smiles in disbelief and she shook her head. That's insane. A bad call ending in a good note. What a silver lining that is. I agree. Noir smiles, hugging the lady gently. Alex may be a thorn in the gut, but he unknowingly played a major role for the four of them to meet, thus ending in being soulmated. Say, Noir. Yes, darling. What of the children we rescued from the Southwest Realm? I haven't heard news about them yet.
Physically they are all alright now thanks to Rimuru, but mentally still a mess. They're deeply traumatized, so the Emperor arranged a special care unit for them.
I see. The poor children. So I guess we'll return them to their own world after they recovered? Yup, that is the plan, Noir replies. Unless they want to stay here, then it's fine. Surprisingly though, when Rimuru offered Fo erase their memories so they could be free from it, they refused. Said they want to become stronger by overcoming it. Maya smiles, sure of one thing. I have a feeling the children will stay, honey. And Noir can't help but agree. Rimuru was at his office thinking of ways on how to shift his inevitable battle with Alex in his favor. He couldn't deny Alex's strength, how powerful his magical abilities are. It's truly nothing to scoff at. And given all that occurred, he still can't figure out what Alex's true abilities are. Let's see if Baby babbles. Tiny hands. Tiny body. Rimuru looks down to see Kenji trying to get on his lap. The little lad had done it again. He teleported to where he was when it's supposed to be his nap time. The slime couldn't help but chuckle. Not only because of that but because of this tiny baby trying to climb and failing miserably. So much that he got frustrated and began crying. Ah buddy, Papa's sorry. Come here. He lifted him up and peppered his tiny face with kisses. You are just the cutest thing in the world, my son. How can you be so cute and adorable at the same time? He gushed out, admitting that he can never win against his own son when he is this adorable. The baby just showed him a toothless smile, feeling the love he felt radiating off in waves. Alright buddy, might as well give you a bath now and put you back to sleep. Otherwise your mama might come at me with her slipper again. I so love your mama Kenji, but she is really scary when mad. Carrying him on his arms, he walked out of his office and back to the palace. He could have teleported there directly, but he loves every bonding time with his children, so walking is not an option. It's a must. Papa. No buddy, you can't escape nap time. We can play all you want later on but not now, okay? And you are having your bath? Huh? Oh come on Kenji. Not the waterworks please.